Did it blow up? Are we good? Oh, it killed it again! It killed it! It's dead! It's dead!
Dead.
It
Outlap is
fucking
dead. So dead.
What do you mean?
Wait. It's back. It's back. You were frozen. You were
It's
so
back.
frozen.
I'm right here.
You were
We're
so
alive.
frozen. No, you were so frozen.
Absolutely not. Despite my PC's best efforts.
Oh, man.
It's the Outlap. Episode 3. 3? 3? Yeah.
3.
First one with everyone on the show. How we doing? I'm DriveThrough once again. We got Cody. We got Ed. We got Slap.
Hello.
We got Rusty. We got the whole family. Coming at you in the middle of the week. Actually, probably later in the week, because old Rusty was in Indy having a good time. Yeah.
No, don't put that on me.
Yeah,
Okay. The podcast also might have been delayed by a day because my computer had a multitude of issues. Might have. Allegedly. Allegedly. All right, that's it. That's the intro to the show. How we doing? How we doing? The first bit on our list of bits for this week is once again Predict the Future. The segment where I ask everyone to make bold predictions, and instead of doing that, we just talk about NASCAR for 20 minutes. So, on the list this week, it says talk about the Indy road course and the people who want to switch it to the oval and the stupid access road and the kind of nonsense that comes along with that. So does anyone have any opinions on... Actually, Rusty, I'm throwing it to you. I'm putting the pressure on you because you were there. Was the Indy road course a good time?
I told you I didn't want to go first, man. I don't want to do this.
and that's why he put you first.
That's exactly why I did it.
Oh my god, bro.
All right, someone else say something if you want to.
All right, dude, should we just jump in?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's why I gave it to you.
It's a podcast, dude. You just jump in and go.
I know, but it's gonna get dark. Like,
Amateur hour.
the
do you
last
mean
time
dark?
I was in, I'm gonna go on a rant. The last time I was in
Here.
Indy was for the Indianapolis 500, my first Indy 500. I'd only been there for NASCAR prior, the doubleheader last year. And I had no idea what to expect. I watched it on TV. I was like, that's cool. It's a fun event. But this May, it changed my life forever. We got there to set up our little event. We were doing like a hands-on of R Factor 2 running the oval. But when we actually were there on Friday for Carb Day, and I saw those cars ripping around there. We got the featured cam. Those cars are ripping around. They're going like 250. They're going 250. I don't even know how fast. I'm just saying 250. It was the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was standing on like that pit road behind the pit wall, and I'm like, I fear for my life right now. I have no business being within 50. And no human should be near the racetrack. This is dangerous. These drivers are insane. Well, if anything, now I have perspective. They're superheroes. They're freaking. They're cracked. Like I don't know how they do this, and they were running like race pace plus cars off the pace. Carb Day changed my life forever, and it was right then and there. I got the chills, I got the goosebumps. I called my buddy, I called my dad. I'm like, this is the greatest event in the world, and it was solidified the fall a couple days later during the 500 when 350,000 people showed up. People were there for the race, people were there to party, people were there just to be there. It was the greatest thing I'd ever experienced in my life. The electricity was unbelievable. Everybody talks about the Indy 500. But you really can't talk about it unless you experience it. And I experienced it for the first time this May. And I will go on record saying that is the greatest racing event, period. Nothing comes close. So fast forward what felt like 2 weeks later. Because I honestly, when the plane landed, I was like, I feel like I was just here. Like, I feel like I live in Indiana. But it was 2 months later. We go to the road course. Obviously, we know what's the situation. We're running the road course for NASCAR and IndyCar. It's a doubleheader. The attendance is significantly less, and we had a really great turnout at our booth. But like when they're running out there with those Cup cars, even Xfinity, they got the stage racing. We got the chaos at the end of these races with late race yellows. I just feel like it's sad.
It's sad.
Game.
It's sad.
It's not. I got one more point. It's not what we should be doing, and it 100% solidified it. Just the validation in my mind came through when we went Monday morning into the IMS museum. This is my first time in that museum. everything about that museum was about faster speeds, faster cars, just from like the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. Even their exhibit was like when they made like a 50-mile-an-hour speed jump by putting a wing on the back of the car. Everything about that was going faster and faster and faster and faster. They had some little safety stuff in there about the modern car, but it was all about increasing speeds at the oval at Indianapolis, also increasing the fan experience. Everything around it was about the oval. They didn't have anything to do with NASCAR. They didn't really have anything to do with any of the road course stuff. They had little placards like in like the winners and like the section of the museum, but it was all about going fast at the oval. And you cannot tell me any different. That track is meant to go fast in a circle. That's my rant.
All right. That's completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid argument for the oval, and I quite frankly agree. Also, road course racing in NASCAR is kind of stupid now, especially at that track where like I turned on the TV for the last 2 laps because I knew that's when the winner was going to be chosen. The rest of it's kind of, there's no point to it.
Survive until the last restart.
Yeah. It's probably cool in person, I guess, but
I'll also add this. After the Portland Xfinity race, they're like, we're never going back. That track is ridiculous because of how it just sets up just chaos. I feel
that
like
first chicane's nonsense. Yeah.
I feel like Indianapolis is the same way. It's kind of made us look a little gimmicky. I will also add this. Everybody in the stands popped. The crowd went freaking crazy. They loved it. When they threw the yellow, the crowd loved it. So everybody that was in attendance paying for it loved it. But I, as a kind of, I don't know, a newfound fan of that speedway, I didn't think that's what we should be doing.
Yeah, the first 2 turns of the road course are honestly really, really, really bad, and they've made for really bad racing. I remember the first time I saw an F1 car flip on TV was at friggin' turn 2. Everyone files into this stupid little 90 degree nonsense. And then on top of that, some guy just decides to not take the racetrack and then pretend he's racing for the win. I don't know.
Legend.
I don't know how to explain that to someone who doesn't care about racing already. So,
well, I mean that might be the play, is like on those chaotic restarts where everybody's dive bombing into turn 1. Just go the fuck out to the access road. You know, stop and start so that you can say, "Hey, I wasn't trying to make up time or anything," like they do at the Roval. If you miss a chicane, stop, go back. You know, now there's, I'm telling you, we're gonna reach a singularity one day where everybody tries to go for the access road.
yeah, dude, just make sure you gain that way in Portland.
Just make sure you gain more than 30 seconds. Oh yeah, just everybody just blows past it because the way these guys drive, like they're not trying to get away. You know, there's no consequence for beating and banging. So, you know, in IndyCar, you beat and bang like that, somebody's gonna get fucking killed. Yeah. But in NASCAR, you can do that all day. You'll be fine. You got a composite body. It buffs out, whatever. So everybody files in there like 5 wide. And they're like, all right, you know, let God sort it out, whatever. Unless you completely zone out and miss turn 1 going 150 miles an hour and slam into Ty Dillon. Yeah. So it came out, I think, today that he did not have a brake failure. Yeah, I have a theory on that, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but Kyle Larson and I are 3 days apart in birthdays. He was born on July 31st, 92. I was born 28.
What, so you think you're tapped into his mental waves or something?
No, it's just a theory.
Even brain fade?
Just speaking purely from experience, these last couple weeks, I've been having somewhat of an existential crisis turning 30. Because I have not been myself mentally. What are the odds that he's sitting there rolling down the straightaway? It's like, man, I'm turning 30. Like, all the stuff's going on in my life. Like, where am I at life? Oh, shit, turn 1! And he just cranks it right, just panics.
Creams Ty Dillon.
Either that or just completely is like, hey, like, thinking about, like, the party, like, later that night. Not even, like, on a existential
It could have been like
factor.
Matt DiBenedetto when he was filling in for Jeffrey Earnhardt at Road America because the sponsor fell through.
Missed the last turn.
Yeah, just good. Yeah, he just like looking up in the rear view, just driving. He's like, oh shit, there's a turn. Fuck.
Yeah, you know what this really is? This is a golden opportunity for NASCAR to implement one of their favorite things, a brand new gimmick. And it's time for the Joker lap. It's time. These guys are going to miss turn 1 every time anyway. Why not make that an objective? Right. It's time.
You get one run through the little corridor of the Indy road course access road or whatever.
Everyone's gonna save it for the final lap, and everyone's gonna be squeezing.
Make it like a real Joker. Put some dirt down there too. Get them sliding through it like a proper Joker.
Yeah, like in Mario Kart, in the out of bounds place, it had like grass all the way around it, and dirt or something to slow you down.
I see these videos. Oh, sorry.
Here we go.
Videos pop up.
Spike strips. We could put spike strips down there.
As like a whole group decision, as our bold prediction for the future, NASCAR's gonna add Joker laps. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be cool. Maybe it'll be in like a Clash style, like fun little event. It's gonna happen. There you go. There's your bold prediction.
If you're walking on ice, you might as well dance. Do it.
I think this
plays if you're watching this, please do not do that. This is not a good idea.
This plays into our theory of the exhibition era, so it's happening.
It's true.
Shout out to that pass Ross Chastain made for the lead that just completely didn't count. That was, if it did count, that would have been one of the most nut passes.
Dude, that was sick though.
So I gotta ask, because I was just watching the at-track monitors. What did the TV broadcast show? Because on the track, it was like they cut to a blimp cam, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere they cut to like the race for the lead. I was like,
yeah, that's what it was. It was just like, oh, they're side by side for the lead, and Chastain's there somehow.
Yeah.
Kind of goofy, kind of funny.
Need for Speed carbon shortcut style, like
yeah,
kind of cute.
He's easily a scout. All right, are we done with Indy? Are we good with Indy? Can we
go
put
back
that
to the oval?
Should we go back to the oval?
Yes.
Do we want to talk about IRP or oval?
I didn't watch IRP. I heard it was messy though.
I was working.
I slept through it like a bum.
Yeah, they should send the lower divisions to IRP because it's just a short track. Yeah, it's gonna be a better show like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, last bit on our predict the future bit, because we kind of didn't really talk about this the last few weeks, but it's still the talk of the NASCAR silly season. What the heck is Kyle Busch doing next year, and who's gonna pay him?
He's already said he's open to a pay cut, so this opens up the door for a lot of teams now.
Well, is he not open to Gibbs then? Did Toyota not cut the check still?
You want to get the grandson in there.
Relationship might have just worn out its welcome. He might just want to change his scenery at this point. I know it's basically the most common guess at this point, but I'm thinking Stewart Haas. I mean, Kyle Busch fits the demographic of everyone that Tony Stewart is typically signed fast, just rough around the edges, just race hard, just doesn't give any.
And you got Almirola stepping out next year.
No,
you got
he's back. He's back.
Cole Custer's on the hot seat though. He hasn't had
Cole Custer has not had a top 5 since he won that race back in 2020.
So what's the Almirola story? He said he'd leave and now he just has second thoughts.
Yeah, the garage rumor is he's coming back. That's the rumor.
Because that company's gonna have that team's gonna have no funding if Smithfield goes away. So they're probably like, please, Eric, we need this sponsorship money. Please, we'll do anything to have you not retire.
So
here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have Eric Almirola show up. He's gonna be in the 10, and then they're gonna do like they're gonna swap him out at the last second, and it's actually gonna be Kyle Busch behind the wheel. Well, they're gonna do all sorts of trickery.
Pulls off a mask.
That plays into my bold prediction. What if Almirola Paul Menard's Kyle Busch, where he's like, hey, this guy needs a sponsor. Smithfield trusts Almirola. Can he like pass him off to Kyle Busch, and we see Kyle Busch in a Smithfield car next year?
Or remember, they got Priest on payroll too. Priest is in the mix. We don't know what he's
Priest should be in instead of Custer. I'll be honest. I know he has that one goofy race win, but like, come on. Priest is a wheel man. He's proved it in those few truck races he's done.
Yeah, first truck race ever, or first truck race in several years, and it goes out and just blitzes them at Nashville.
Yeah.
Speaking of guys, I know we didn't really have this on the outline, but guys that are winning races in lower divisions that should be in a cup ride right now. Ryan Newman, shout out winning that first race back at North Wilkesboro. That was a fucking cool story.
Should he have a cup ride though?
I think so.
Put him in a truck. Let him wipe those kids.
Pull Greg Biffle. Just throw him in that 51 truck.
Yeah,
that'd actually be kind of cool because he can win some shit in there. All right. Any other bold predictions on the topic of Kyle Busch and or Ryan Newman?
I have to put this out there because I mean, I don't make videos anymore, but I'm gonna put this in this video. I've been consistent from day one, before everybody was doing their little videos, before even people were talking about it. I called this. It's about money. It's all about money for Kyle Busch, and people are starting to figure that out a little bit. And in my opinion, from day one, since we're late in the game, was a 1-year contract for a little bit less money than he wants. And then while he's racing next year, they're gonna figure out how to get him like a multi-year deal. And that's not sexy. It's not fun. That feels like that's been the natural course of history. That's gonna happen. But people are talking about the 41. But I'm gonna go with the safe side and say 1-year deal followed by a multi-year deal. And Kyle Busch stays with Toyota and Joe Gibbs.
All right. Sponsor? Any sponsor ideas? Who are they putting in? Nothing.
No,
I was gonna say he's gonna put the bills on his own, and yeah.
Nah, he wants money. Listen, at the start of the year, I saw there was a Menards commercial. Like in the NASCAR race, there was a Menards commercial, and it was just Kyle Busch in it. And it was so weird. It was a straight up Menards commercial, but it's like, oh, Kyle Busch has M&Ms, and we sell M&Ms at Menards.
Kyle Busch to Penske confirmed.
Oh, baby.
Or Menards to the 18. They already sponsor Gibbs in the Xfinity side of things with old brands.
What about this for a wild card, though? What about a little wild card here? What if Kyle Busch and Menards do Trackhouse?
In wild car.
Well,
new car.
They do got the 91. They do got the 91.
Or RFK, the enemy of my enemy is now my friend. Brad Keselowski and him will take over the galaxy as father and son.
Kyle? Are you kidding me?
They will take down Emperor Joe Gibbs once and for all.
So to play off that, I was kind of hoping for the big brain play kind of Trackhouse style where Kyle Busch would straight up buy out Richard Childress Racing and own the 3-car and just do his thing. I thought that'd be a fun idea.
All right, that's solid. These are some good predictions in our predict the future segment.
And then there's some batshit stuff.
No, it's perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Listen,
yeah, that one's not happening. I just like the idea. I think it's fun.
No, listen, the whole point of Predict the Future is that we can go back and clip it, and either we're incredible geniuses or we look stupid. It's one or the other.
Oh, well, nobody sees the shots that you miss when you're predicting the future.
There you go. So we'll only pull the clips up of us getting things correct.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Okay, next segment on the list is one of our favorites. And I made a graphic for it this week.
Is it?
It's Animal Planet. We need a jingle or something to go with Animal Planet.
Is this gonna break the computer?
I'll have to hire Ben.
Nah, we're good.
It's not gonna break the computer.
Cody, where were you this week?
I was at Fairbury Speedway for the Prairie Dirt Classic. Wasn't really any animal behavior. It's gonna be a quiet week story-wise, but
that's good. Hey, shout out to Fairbury. No animals detected.
It's always a great atmosphere there. It's always insanely packed. I sent that picture of the trash under the grandstands, but that's pretty customary for any track afterwards.
You did send a picture of I mean,
that's not that bad. I mean,
it's kind of standard, but like also if you're at a track, just take your stuff to the garbage bin. It's not hard.
Yeah, obviously the preferred solution would be just put your stuff in the trash. But as animalistic as that looks, I mean, a cleanup crew is coming through there and sweeping the entire place regardless, and that makes it slightly easier than just leaving it all up in the
you don't have to climb up
the stairs.
But yeah, obviously the ideal solution would be, hey, there's a trash can, just not that hard. But yeah, it was a great race. Kyle Larson did not repeat. It was a cool thing where it was a 50,000 to win race, and it was 100 laps. And they had a bonus for the leader. Every lap the leader got, it was $500 per lap. Brandon Shepard, the eventual winner, led every single lap, so he got $100 grand, not just 50.
Damn. Good Lord. Broke the system.
It's very big money over there in dirt for these crown jewel races.
Hell yeah. Rusty, are there any animals in Indy that you saw?
I'm always on the lookout for some Animal Planet experiences. So, like, preemptively arriving in Indianapolis, I thought I would have like 1,000 stories. So I kept my eye out for it, and even I did some preemptive action. So when we go to the track, we have like our tent for like our activation where we got all the sim rigs, we got the little like stanchions, But for our actual employees, we have like a cooler, and we put the cooler like in the back corner, like kind of a little bit out of view, and that's where we keep like our water, our Gatorades, energy drinks.
Did you bait them or something? Where's this going?
No. So kind of at the end of each night, like I kind of made sure to like put it a little bit out of view, because at previous activations, when we shut down, like we would stanchion off like the tent. So like literally it gives you the signal, don't enter this tent. So people still are inspired to just do what they want to do. And at a previous event, they would just go under the stanchions, go into our tent, and like the TVs and everything are off. So there's not like, it's not like the video game is on, so you just want to make laps. Everything is off. It just looks like I don't know, just
like you're about to close down and pack
up. There's nobody in there. It's just it's just a tent. But that doesn't prevent people from walking underneath the stanchion, looking around in there, and going in and finding the cooler and helping themselves to our drinks. It's not like the cooler was sitting right there, like it was an easy access. They went under, had to look around, and opened it up. Yes, and they help themselves. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that's a little animalistic. So,
yeah,
do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So, that's my animal plants.
So do you have like waters and like other drinks, or is it like just waters? Like, are they picking out the good drinks too?
It's everything. They help themselves to everything. So it's not like there's like craft beer, like fancy expensive stuff in there. It's just like water, Gatorade, and maybe like a Monster or Red Bull. Maybe like one or two of them. They just drink it all.
Who do you think they are? Is it fans, or do you think it's like track like security, or someone who's just like, oh hey, let me grab one of these?
It's animals. That's
it's animals. Animals behaving like animals.
Folks are out of care in the world.
Yeah.
All right, solid double Animal Planet this week.
Well, co-op.
Yeah. All right, next segment on the list, my personal favorite. It's the worst paint scheme of the week, and we got a lot to talk about this week. Because we're at Indy.
Almirola. He's got to be on this list. Tell me he's on this list, right?
I've picked out 4 cars, and Rusty has picked out a car. And Eric Almirola is absolutely on the list.
Oh, boy.
Stuart Haas has been doing these half and half cars for a while.
Yeah, I don't like that look.
It's not a bad execution, but it's still a not very good idea, in my opinion. Does anyone else have opinions on these weird half and half things?
Kurt Busch from Martinsville this year. That was fucking awful.
Oh God, yeah, that was
the money line McDonald's car.
Yeah.
Well, so that's what I ask. What throws you off about this design? I feel like it's the number.
The colors don't work.
The
man.
colors don't work.
We got like brown or burnt orange. We have the red of the number.
Like if all the
front half
colors
alone is cool.
If
the
all the
back
colors
half alone is cool.
Yeah, like independently they work, but
if all the colors matched up,
if the number was orange, would this be better?
Yeah, and if this was black and like they made an attempt to put together
instead of like the gear wrench like burnt orange, where it's like brown and.
I don't like that burnt orange that they've been going with. By the way, the orange is way better.
Oh, I like the burnt orange. I think it's.
Next up,
burnt orange only looks good on Texas jerseys.
This might be the grossest car for me this week.
I will say in person, it looked way, way, way better. The colors pop more, especially the foil number. That picture doesn't sell. It's kind of like
the case with every car, though.
Okay, good, because this looks terrible in this picture.
Yeah, when you see a Ryan Blaney picture on the internet, it just looks like doo-doo, but in person it pops.
Just the Minecraft on the front with the swooshy side and the uselessly chrome number. This looks terrible to me, but
the chrome number is.
I'll take your word for it in person.
No, if it's dripping drown, that's drown for sure.
All right, Rusty's submission.
What on earth was this?
This is my pick. This breaks every code.
Christopher Bell.
You got the stupid. People? Yes, you got the
Pablo. It says it right there.
They are what they are, but I'm pointing out the dinky number to start. Dinky number. It's super dinky. And then you got the logo on the quarter panel. It's even dinkier. You can't read this when it's on the track. Like, what are they doing? Like, this makes me so upset. And then you look at the hood. What is the hood?
They got an "Always in Our Hearts" logo on the hood.
This
right?
is
look at the brown, the gradient digital on the.
I can't tell if this is supposed to be a Christmas sweater or a video game.
Does
brown
anybody
and
know what
orange
this is?
are two colors I could not like imagine.
I didn't see anything on Twitter about this. Like, I don't know what the promo is. I don't know who Callista and Pablo are. Why they're on the car? Why there's this
even on TV? I saw this car a couple of times, and I had to like do a double take because I saw like the little C, which at speed I thought it was like a D. I was like, "Is this DoorDash?" I was like, "No, it says Craftsman on it." Like, what the? This isn't Bubba Wallace. Who the fuck is Eric Jones? What the fuck?
The only reason it caught my attention on the track was it was kind of orange and it was the 20, and I'm like naturally biased towards that. But like,
and then they put the tiny number like shoved up here.
just this, okay, but like if you zoom all the way out, you have no idea what is on this car. It just looks.
Yeah.
It's like you have no idea.
It does look like an "Always in Our Hearts" like Hendrick tribute hood with this oval that just says.
At least the other cars, you can like see what the
says.
quarter panel logo is like from zoomed out.
Dude, but I'm telling you, if you're watching this race in person, you have no idea what's on that car.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that one did not look good in person, Rusty.
A paint job in person is like a YouTube thumbnail. You can't put too much fine detail in it because you can't fucking see it. You don't have a whole lot of real estate to work with, and it's moving too fast. So you got to be short, simple, to the point. Big, stupid letters like that. That actually kind of works. So as far as like trying to say like, you know, what your sponsor is. This is a home loan company.
This one's definitely the best.
This one's the best of the worst. But I just want to point out 23XI, famously the worst car wrappers in the business. Shout out to them for putting a number upside down on the roof last year. First time that's happened in decades. This is supposed to say embrace.
Yeah, they thought they were on a short track.
But they obviously.
That's an E?
Yeah.
Embrace.
So in the press release, it's supposed to be an E.
That one might be the winner.
But 23XI is terrible at wrapping their cars, and they really. I mean, I would be upset if this was my company and they said "embrace" on the side.
Embrace.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about this thing. Otherwise, it's an okay design, but
the only saving grace is that giant E on the hood that you like. Know, hey, that's what the letter should be.
But that's just bad wrapping.
Yeah, bad rap.
I like the creamsicle colors though.
At least the number's not dripping off anymore. So shout out to the team.
It's still a little bit weird where they got this like beige outline that you can barely see.
Why does it look
from
like
afar.
it's melting?
They look fat.
Just the
last one on the
body.
list.
Real quick, how's this team pronounced?
Hesselberg.
Okay. Shout out to them.
Hesselberg
Starts this race.
Dude, that I don't have a picture of it, but the 26 looks sick.
Why is this bad? This thing's hot.
Yeah, I don't hate this.
This is good. What's the problem?
Yeah,
really?
That's pretty good.
All right, I'm not a fan. I think it's mostly leaning a 7 to the left. I think is a cardinal sin, and the number looks really bad.
Nah.
Well,
and then
it's gotta fit the paint scheme though.
I guess so, but they're on orange, so they put the white logo with the black drop shadow, and then on the side they put the black logo with the white drop shadow. I don't know why they did that.
Trying to diversify.
I'm okay with not calling this the worst. I'm just not a fan.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
Especially because their 26 car was actually really hot. Shout out to Denny.
Yeah,
Look up a picture.
I do like that little shelf there on the quarter panel where they have the second sponsor in the black down there.
Yeah,
kind of made himself a little clubhouse.
Look how big that 27 is. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, you got to make the numbers. They got to go from like valence up to like almost the window opening.
I'm unironically saying that might be a top 5 scheme of the week right there.
Top 5?
I like. Yeah, I like it.
Look at their 26 car.
That's a banger.
Yeah, that thing's tasty.
I tried downloading this for NR.
That looks like a fucking Forza render, dude.
And they did a really good job of applying this wrap too. I'm really impressed.
Oh, look, you can read the whole name.
It doesn't say Asberg Systems.
Yeah.
Where did this car finish?
It didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, had some issues late. Yeah.
He was running like mid pack though. Like
I also just realized one of the other reasons this looks better. They didn't put the Toyota crap on the side skirt.
Oh,
Toyota usually makes them put this nonsense with the TRD and the red stripe and this garbage.
They're a part-time team, so they just don't care.
Like, their other car's a Ford, isn't it?
Oh, it's on the back bumper though. It's on the back bumper.
It is on the back bumper, and it is over here, but they didn't bother putting the side scan on.
I just know, yeah, it's a Toyota and a Ford for the two.
I guess
they picked up whatever they can pick up.
I mean, hey.
I think they work out of the Rayum Brothers shop, and they do all their wraps and stuff through them, and a lot of their, I think, mechanic stuff. They're honestly mostly Rayum Brothers, but they did a damn good job. Looks cool.
That car's a banger.
I'm always excited to see a new small team come into the industry and root for their success. So
and already have
new
two
cars. I'm always rooting for.
Hey, I saw that man just chilling kind of in like the general garage area, and I was like, good luck this weekend, sir.
Oh, who, Kvyat?
Yeah, Kvyat, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I love that they're doing something different. Like, they put Jacques Villeneuve in for the 500. Now we got Kvyat. Like, they're just bringing in a cool set of drivers, and there's always something to talk about.
I know this is unrelated, but it's just really sad. I had the realization today, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, we were having like the standard entry list, like number of drivers was always 43 drivers. We're now locked at like 36.
Yeah,
we're basically getting like 36 entries for like every Cup Series race now.
Dead game.
Well, I think it should get better as the
part of it's
sort
new
of
car.
Yeah, exactly. As the generation sort of more and more people get their hands on these cars.
It feels like Xfinity is getting like 50 cars a week nowadays.
They are, dude. There's a ton of Xfinity.
Yeah, to the point where people,
when we switched
DNS,
to Gen 6 cars, that was about the time we downsized from 43 to 40.
Yeah.
Because
Kyle Larson was just upset that Ryan Vargas got booted out of his ride for Ty Dillon, so he was getting revenge. That's what the Indy crash was actually about. I
still need to know what happened there. Like, somebody's got to start talking, because everybody's on like I don't know. They're not allowed to say anything.
Being weird about it.
Yeah, everybody's being weird about it.
All right, next segment. We got a new one for this week. Hopefully this gets spicier as time goes on. This is called "What's Twitter Doing?" Because really, what the heck is Twitter doing? There's always some goofy shit going on every week.
Why is Twitter?
Yeah, really. Why? And, you know, maybe we'll be able to go back and look at what the heck happened on Twitter this week. Not incredibly spicy in the NASCAR side of things, but in the Formula One side of things, I got to pop up Oscar Piastri, because this tweet, as of right now, has 385,000 likes. Jesus. This thing's crazy. It got all the way to the top of Reddit. Oscar Piastri, I thought it was a joke. I legitimately thought he was making a joke about the Pelot tweet from the other week.
Just referring to Alex Pelot.
Well, yeah. Can we get some context, because I'm a dumb NASCAR fan.
All right.
Who is this guy?
So Alex Pelot, 3 weeks ago or whatever, Chip Ganassi Racing said, "Hey, Alex Pelot is going to race with us again next year." Alex Pelot went on Twitter and was like, no, I'm not. They should not have released that, and then he's in a big legal dispute, so that's a whole thing.
Dude, look at the likes on that one. That's nothing.
This other guy's the reigning F2 champ, if I'm...
So Oscar Piastri he's like a huge talent, Australian dude. He's like set to be an F1 star, basically. But he's been stuck in the Alpine Junior program for like 4 years because they haven't had a spot, and he's kind of been like waiting for Alonso to retire so he can get his seat. And then Sebastian Vettel retires, so Alonso says, "Okay, I'm going to go to Aston Martin." And then Alpine says, "Okay, Piastri's going to race for us." And Piastri says, "No, I'm not. I didn't say that."
Signed a contract.
And apparently everyone wants him because he's hot, and I think a lot of the rumors are pointing to McLaren, who want
what is this over the side over there? Trending in Canada, National Boob Day.
I'm not clicking on that.
Hey, yo.
I am not clicking on that. At least not
Click
while
on
we're recording.
Okay, we can always censor it in post.
Let me open that another tab. I'll check it out later tonight.
Oh, no. Slap's down bad.
Slap, have you partaken?
Like a heat-seeking missile.
He's already typing it in.
Trending in Canada.
Anyway, so that's what's going on Twitter, I guess. Oh, also, I'm going to promote myself real quick because 23XI Racing. Okay, first of all, they asked everyone for free work because they didn't hire someone to make a promo graphic, and they said, "Hey guys, make us one." but only after 100 retweets we're gonna post the asset. So I was like, okay, whatever, they'll post some car graphics or renders or whatever. No, they posted the entire vector template for the Joe Gibbs 18 Xfinity car, and no one seemed to have gotten mad about it, which is kind of cool because I got a sick vector template. So shout out to 23XI. Really appreciate them.
Nice. It is interesting because those are usually heavily protected assets.
Yeah, they like I guess a lot of people don't know this, but those, like, if you get access to those, usually you have to sign a thing that says, hey, like, I will not be showing this to anyone, let alone uploading it on Twitter for anyone to download. So yeah, that's surprisingly like a big no-no that has sort of flown under the radar, I guess, or no one seems to care. So I don't mind because I get a free template, so I'll probably use that professionally.
Well, I mean, the boomers are probably in charge, don't understand what a vector template is. So
yeah, if they can't even wrap the car, who knows even how they put it out.
That's true. They don't know what to do with this thing.
It's better in your hands than theirs.
Honestly.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
I just want a picture of a goddamn race car. All right, next segment. The media check-in. We used to call this the video game check-in, but we want to talk about movies and TV shows maybe. I want to start with video games real quick.
I got good shit.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, we've been playing a good amount of GTA since they did that update. We talked about this last week. Surprisingly fun. Been enjoying that. A few nights ago, I got, I think it was like $15 on Steam. Some goofy game. I think it's like really new. It's called Motor Town Behind the Wheel, and it's this weird 3D kind of. I guess I don't have any media prepped or whatever, but it's this weird 3D driving game where you just drive taxis and trucks and deliver stuff. And it sounds incredibly boring, and it probably is for most people, but I think it's great.
Like Animal Crossing, but with cars.
Sure, but it's made by like 2 Korean dudes. And yeah, you literally just drive around. You can like drive buses and like take people places, or drive trucks and take things places. That's it. It's really fun. All right. Anyone else have video games or movies or TV shows?
Oh, I dusted off my old copy of 1503 AD. I don't know if you're familiar with the Anno series, but they have like 1602, 1801. And basically you start off in like a ship out in the middle of nowhere, and you got to like build civilization and all this sort of stuff. And you run across natives. You can either, trade with them, or you can just like take all their shit.
The American way.
Yeah, the good old fashioned American way. And I dusted that off. I found the CD case, been playing that.
What's it on?
PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so thankfully my computer tower was still able to read it, and got it rolling. Everything Windows 10 accepted it, and I've been playing the hell out of that because it's a massive time sink if you get soaked into it, because there's other players like AI players, and they're building stuff, taking resources, and you can either trade with them or go to war. So pretty fun.
Anyone else?
Anyone?
I dusted everyone in Uno this week. Y'all can sit on that.
That is true.
I dusted everybody in real life Uno.
In person, Slap is insane at Uno. Like, I can't even describe. I didn't think it was possible to be good at Uno.
I'm over there like counting cards and shit, man.
Dude, I think we played like 8 games at Road America, and Slap won just about everyone. Like, it was upsetting.
6 or 7
I feel like he had one epic win, and just your
No.
Like,
He kept going. He went back to back to back. This guy's crazy.
And then Rusty's sitting there, is like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He like puts down an offsuit 7, and I was like, you dumb son of a bitch. I put down another offsuit 7. That's the only thing I could have had, Rusty.
It's one of those game nights where it gets to the point that like one guy wins and everyone's upset about it. Like Slap wins and everyone's like, oh, Slap wins again. Rusty, you've been watching anything cool?
I finally saw. I might be the last human on Earth that's Top Gun Maverick.
I still haven't seen it.
I was thinking about.
I haven't seen the original Top Gun
either.
Oh my god! What?
Neither have I.
That's
not
crime.
even
Neither have I. Neither have I.
What?
3 out of 5 shrimps agree.
You guys are animals.
You gotta just see it. Just. You
I
gotta
know it looks fucking great and all that, but I just can't be bothered.
If you've watched Days of Thunder and you haven't watched Top Gun,
I have never watched Days of Thunder.
Okay, good, because
Oh my god.
Days of Thunder is just a bad Top Gun. Watch the original.
I like Days of Thunder. That was all right.
It's okay. Top Gun's better.
Okay. When we get to it's not Speed Weeks anymore. When we get to Daytona in February, play the opening 5 minutes of Days of Thunder and tell me you're not ready to.
It's still cool. It's still a good like racing like hype movie, but it's not a good like movie.
It's entertaining. So this is my argument. We got good movies and we got entertaining movies.
Right, but when you have Top Gun, Days of Thunder will just forever be in its shadow.
It's different.
All right. Agree to disagree.
And so the other thing I've been watching lately, I've been going back and watching some VHSs on like actual VHS tape and tube TVs. I got one right. Is it
Boomer.
No. There's nothing. No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And what's the average age of you guys with your tube TVs?
No. You don't understand this.
I really don't.
I'm starting to go back and like do this because when you go on like on demand, I don't even know why I'm not even know what I fucking do. It's just disposable. It's disposable content. You're just like you're on your phone. You're just like falling asleep. But when you put a VHS tape into a VHS or VCR,
you gotta work for it. You gotta work for it.
Yeah, you gotta work for it. The thing's like
you gotta hit rewind.
Yeah, you gotta do the fast rewind. So you gotta hit stop first, then rewind, and then go faster.
And you hear everything's grinding in this it's just
it sounds like a fucking dial-up 56.
And if the tape is dirty, it's
just grinding the gears inside of it.
The tape is dirty. It's tracking a bunch. You got all those lines on it.
Yeah, you got all this action going on, and it's like, oh shit, this might be the last time I ever watched this movie if we can even finish it. So I watched.
Sometimes it do be like that though.
Like literally when you rewind it.
Dude, have you ever watched bootleg anime on like a 7th generation copy of a VHS tape? It's like so fucking grainy you can't even read the fucking subtitles.
Oh my god!
You bought it off of eBay for like $10, and that was the only way to watch Dragon Ball GT back in the day because it wasn't on Toonami yet.
It was obvious.
Yes. So you sold my bit better than I could, but I was watching Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, and just the way the tracking is of the VHS tape, the audio, it was like
getting like all wavy in the corners.
Yeah, it was I gotta say, it was like the most immersive movie experience I've had in a while because it's just like every frame you're like you're just invested. So
I like how you describe it as like the risk of you not being able to ever watch it again.
Yeah, because if you get something that's like a multi-generation copy or whatever, every time that you copy it, it gets a little bit worse in quality. And every time you watch it, it gets a little bit worse in quality. So every time you pop it in, that might be the last time that it ever fucking works.
One day the tape might snap.
And I gotta say, so I got like the OG.
Hey yo,
Jaws 2, Jaws 2.
Dude, this is the end. This is like the OG. This is like the first. This is the first one. Like this is like this is it.
But here's the important question. Here's the important question. Do you have Jaws 4: The Revenge?
Oh my god!
Fell over to go get that.
The film claymation shark. No, that's 4. I'm talking about 4.
That's 3, son.
Jaws 4: The Revenge. Oh, what? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a double disc. It's a double.
Dude,
my favorite part is when the thing is sticking out of the.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
We gotta set you
Dude, it's like a million-year-old movie.
Don't spoil the movie.
So hard.
Don't spoil the movie. That's
spoil Titanic. I don't know that the ship fucking sinks.
Oh my god!
There's just an all-time great, just bad special effects scene at the end where they got the foam shark sticking out of the water, and it's literally roaring like a dinosaur. It's like ah.
I gotta say, on the back of the fucking box for Jaws 2, they spoil the climactic finish.
Oh yeah.
Like they spoiled it. That's the finish.
I've never seen it, so don't spoil it.
Don't look.
Spoiler alert.
Don't look at the box, Ed.
You didn't put that on the box.
I mean, it's like movie trailers nowadays. They do the same thing. They just spoil everything.
Movie trailers do.
Yeah.
All right. This is officially the longest episode of this podcast, by the way. We've gone, I think, 2 minutes longer than we ever have. And
2 minutes? I thought it was you were gonna say like 2 hours.
well, we still got to check in on fan mail because we actually got some fan mail this week.
I got some media stuff to talk about.
You already talked about your old video. All right, what else you got, Slap?
We're going to talk about the MCU.
MCU.
All right, so now? I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation this week. So I've been like binge watching all these MCU movies, watched Avengers, all the Captain Americas and all that shit. And then I see this discussion on Twitter about how, Age of Ultron was just kind of mid, or no, it's the best one. And I'm like, dude, they're all the same like level of quality. Like, why are people getting their jimmies in a twist over this, or acting like it's the greatest thing since, sliced butts or whatever? And the reason, and then it like hit me like a slippery fish. All of a sudden, I realized, oh yeah, all the other summer blockbusters basically fucking suck, or at least the series. Star Wars is a fucking mess. The DC universe is just completely fucked. The Transformers universe is completely fucked thanks to Michael Bay. Your competition just isn't there.
So
everybody has basically been left with just MCU movies and putting them under this like ultra fine microscope, trying to dissect every little thing. I'm like, dude, they're all kind of basically the same. They're severely overrated, but they're not bad. They're just pretty fucking good. And that's all they have to be, because everything else fucking sucks nowadays.
Damn. All right. Solid. Yeah. Shout out to the MCU fans in the chat.
I don't have any media per se, but I know we've discussed this bit in the past. It's the only alternative I can offer right now. What about the crash of the week that I can contribute to the
we have a crash of the week. Yeah, go ahead.
Just pull up the latest clip on my Twitter. That midget one.
How did you even say that?
Oh, is this where like the previous winner just like goes into space?
Am I allowed to look at this footage? You won't be able to hear the audio.
No.
Yeah, that was a fatal accident.
No, Cody,
they both walked away. They both walked away, buddy.
Oh my God, we're part of the fence out.
You gotta warn us, man.
I saw
God damn.
You gotta stay ready.
That dude on the right, I think, was out for a little bit because that final slam, I think, knocked him out. But
probably the fucking G-forces.
He came to, and they both walked.
Dude,
away.
That one guy's digging in the four-wheeler.
Yeah, you see the ATV just like almost flip right there.
Dude, he fucks it. He just straight lines and kills the other guy.
That was a lap car. The guy who he slid up into, that was Bill Baylog. He's like a 5-time IRA champion, a really talented 410 sprint car driver. And yeah, he was trying to pass a lapper, and that lapper just slid up, and that was the result.
These guys in the four-wheelers take the long way, too.
Yeah,
Dude, look at this guy.
He almost tips that thing. Golly.
So that's my media of the week.
Well, they took the long way around because that's where the ambulance is.
Can we make this a segment? Can we get Cody's like dirt car crash of the week?
Hell yeah,
absolutely. Especially since I didn't have too much of an animal story this week.
Slap, I just noticed, by the way, that Buckers is sitting atop your big shelf. Little Buckies, dude.
I can go get him real quick.
He's on like a stack of manga, too.
The bootleg.
Oh, what a legend. For reference, Slap bought this little dude.
Fuckers.
At the Daytona Buckies.
Oh.
I tell you what, I've seen man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. I can't take it anymore.
Shout out to Buckers, the one and only. All right, can I do fan mail now?
Every time I go to a race, he's like up on my dashboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rode on the dashboard all the way around Daytona.
We got a big contribution this week.
Yeah, what's the fan mail looking like?
We have. So last week. Oh, by the way, send your emails into us. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com.
Oh.
If you have questions or you just want to tell us how we're doing. Last week, we got 2 emails. This week, We got 4. So we have doubled our email input. So I really appreciate everyone who wrote in. And I will read every email that has been sent to me for the past week. The first one comes from PMTT Bone.
Comes from Chase Credit Card Company. Your payment's overdue.
Shout out to T-Bone.
T-Bone says, fan mail question. First off, hi. Hello.
Hello.
Second,
how we doing?
Do any of you have a memory of your greatest race that took place in a career or offline racing mode? And if you can briefly explain why it was great. Oh, so he's talking about video games. Do you have any incredible career mode or offline, like you versus AI video game moments?
Me in NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. They had the rival system. Like if you like bumped into somebody too much, they would increase the the red bar that they were your rival. If you drafted with them and let them pass you, it would make them friendlier or whatever, and you could cash in like favors later in the race, like they'd get out of your way or whatever. And by far my biggest rival was Hermie Sadler for some inexplicable reason. Every time I messed up, he was there to catch me, and I'd boot him into the corner. Every time I biffed a corner, I would be just slamming into him. And eventually the rivalry bar got filled up so much that he would just wreck me on sight.
Oh, yeah.
He would just come in and just take me out immediately. I'm like, dude, it's not my fault. I'm just fucking up and you just so happen to be there. Leave me alone.
Those, I feel like, built so many stories, the old rival system. Yeah. T-Bone probably knows this because there's a famous clip of it. But in my NASCAR 08, when I used to live stream that, I just had this like years-long rivalry with John Wood. I don't know why. It was just always John Wood. Like in the Nationwide series, it was John Wood. And it all like, it came to this climactic moment where in my first ever cup race, after playing this game for like a year and streaming it just about every week, I finally made it to the Cup Series. And my first race is Sonoma because I just joined in like the middle of the season. And it's a green-white checkered showdown between me and John Wood. And it's probably the most incredible like offline gaming experience I've had in my life, and I'm so glad I streamed it. And there's a clip around of it. I'll probably retweet it or something, because we're just beating and banging the whole lab. Me and of course it's John Wood. Good times. Shout out to John Wood. He follows me on Twitter now. What up, John? He's probably not going to listen to this.
Hey, you never know.
He's got better things to do. All right. Next question comes in from Harley Payne. Harley Payne says, big fan. Big fan. Hello there. Longtime listener, first time emailer. It's true. I was one of the 5 for the first episode, but I didn't write an email. Wow, that's kind of sad because I legit didn't expect a second iteration. But now that episode 2N, as 704 would have called it, is here, I've got a cool thing to ask. Suppose I'm a big businessman with more money than sense, but not evil enough to ruin people's lives. And I want to make a racing game by aggregating and merging the best elements of the best racing games on the market. Oh my goodness. There's parts to this question. Where, in the opinion of the Shrimps, should I take the following elements? So he's basically asking for the best game in car handling, damage, event/ambiance, sound, car and track selection, customizability and mods, and other miscellaneous things that would be cool to have. I eagerly await your input. Big fan, go team. From Harley Payne, the least funny man alive.
I'll give you my 4 factors.
All right, what do we got?
Combine the physics of NR 2003, the career mode of NASCAR Thunder 2004, the damage of BeamNG Drive, and the graphics of NASCAR Ignition. You got yourself a perfect NASCAR game right there.
This doesn't specify NASCAR, so I would say like...
Well, I said NASCAR.
That's fair. There's better handling than our 2003. There's no better crashing than our 2003, but I would say handling wise, I would maybe dig into the sim bucket of fun stuff. Whether it be iRacing or R-Factor or Assetto or something. I actually don't know if I could pick one of those for physics, really. But I think in the crashing and the damage department, BeamNG, top of everything.
Yeah.
World and event and ambiance.
Dirt 2.
Daytona, USA.
Dirt 2.
For world
Dirt 2
ambiance.
has the best world.
It's up there. Maybe
Dirt 2 has the best like ambiance. It's between that and the original Grid also had a great like world with like the hundreds of drivers and teams and stuff they'd be racing against.
And every time you're racing in a different country, it just had a totally different vibe and feel.
God, I love Dirt 2. Dirt 2 is so good. The best menu by far. It's got to have a Dirt 2 menu.
Absolutely.
And I would say graphics wise, probably Gran Turismo's the best in the business right now. GT7 on PS5 is like stupidly good looking. Even on PS4 it looks really good. Anyone else? Any other games you want to throw into the pile here?
Just give me the models for NASCAR in Wreckfest, so it'll be game over.
I was gonna say throw in the ejection physics of Flat Out 2 in there somewhere.
Yes.
We got a deal.
If Wreckfest had drafting, it would be such a good NASCAR game.
You're telling me.
It would actually be incredible because it has a lot of like the right pieces in the right places put together, but just doesn't have drafting. All right, next email comes from Keegan Brown. Keegan Brown says, words, more words. If you're gonna send me an email and get me excited about me getting fan mail, send me actual things.
All right. As they're actual things, those were indeed words.
Yeah, but I want like questions or comments or things that. I mean, these were good questions. Real talk. T-Bone and Harley sent some solid questions. We got some good answers. All right. I'm going to try to not poo on everyone that sends in emails. Brian writes in. He says, fan mail. Yo, Shrimps. I would like to thank you for a great, entertaining podcast. You're welcome. Also, sorry, Rusty, for fucking you over during Fiasco's Fall Guys stream. I didn't feel bad at all.
Legend. I love this guy.
Fall Guys betrayal. That's
my hero.
He got Rusty and then turned around.
There's layers to this. Like every time somebody got me, like even after the stream was over, Fiasco's like buddies hopped in the Discord and they're like, "What? Like, why you like? You sound mad right now. Like, bro, like, why are you lying? You're mad right now." And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was there for two things. Number one, dubs, and two, to have fun. And when Fall Guys does Fall Guys things like the body flop ragdoll physics on Hex, I get a little heated. But it's part of the game. Or also when you're trying to get a crown on. Okay. When you talk about Fall Mountain,
I was witness to that one last night.
Let's get a crown tonight, Rusty. It's all right. We'll settle you down.
No, I'm gonna get one. I'm just saying, when you run Fall Mountain, there's a certain code of ethics, and number one rule of Fall Mountain is don't like grab a dude. Period. Run your race. Don't grab a dude.
Oh, is this the guy that just screwed you over on Fall Mountain?
He just starts grabbing. I don't remember if this is him. Somebody just started grabbing me, and I like did a 360, and I'm like holding him. I'm like,
Rusty was so into this match, and he just got destroyed in the last round. I think that was Brian.
Can we get an octave measurement of when Rusty?
I'm telling you, there's nothing more satisfying than a Fall Guys dub when you put your arm in the crown and you literally shit on everybody. Like, there's no better feeling than Fall Mountain. So,
and there's no worse feeling than getting grabbed at the beginning of it.
Yeah. So when there's no what was my quote? There's no
honor left in this
There's
game.
no honor left in Fall Guys. Like, it's just
there never was,
dude. We gotta get dubs.
This guy that's sending this email is gonna get so much satisfaction knowing how much he riled you up.
He's got way more, by the way. That was just the first sentence.
Oh, keep going.
Okay.
He said, sorry, Rusty, for fucking you over during Fiasco's Fall Guys stream. I didn't feel bad at all. He says, Ed, huge fan, been around since 50K, love all the videos, so get your goddamn fans out. He says, Cody, you seem chill and a cool guy to hang out with, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
He says, DT, yo, and slap sup.
What's up?
Oh, I thought you said slap sucks. I was like, all right, felt
I love
Damn. My question for the Shrimps is, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen at a race, and why did it happen? I have a story for that. And he says, also, we should get Fiasco on the podcast soon. That would be jokes. Thanks, boys, for the great podcast from Brian the Beast. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for writing in. We'll get Fiasco on here. The craziest thing I've seen at a race, we've got... Listen, we've been to 2 cup races together.
Off the track.
Both incidents, I would say, have been off the track.
Oh, you're going to talk about the dude on day 1 at Road America?
The dude at Daytona first. So, Daytona 500, we're all sitting together, we're all having a good time. Whatever happens, Austin Cindric wins, spoiler alert, woo, and then everyone's like, all right, cool, he does his burnout, it's time to go home.
That's not what I'm saying.
This dude was probably like 50 or 60, like he was maybe more.
He was up there.
And he tries to do the thing where, like, instead of going down the aisle and then like down the stairs to get out, he tries to like cut the corner and like climb over 2 seats, and he doesn't make it. He just tries to step over the seat, catches his foot, and I like completely froze. This guy fell down like 3 rows of seats, and we're in like the like top of this Daytona speedway section. We're at the bottom of the section, but like top of the track, like we are way up there. This guy goes falling over 3 rows of seats. He hits the first row so hard that he breaks the armrest off of a chair. These are like brand new chairs, by the way, because they just updated Daytona a few years ago. He knocks the armrest off, and he gets down to the front of the section, and just like he like bounces, dude. He hits the ground hard, and I was just like, oh my god, we just witnessed some dude like. I thought he like broke a hip or something. I didn't even know like what to say.
He did like face first on the ground or whatever.
No. The thing that brought me a little bit of comfort is knowing that he bounced off with his back, and I don't think his head hit the ground at all. Because that's my immediate concern. Is when he bounced like
I just saw a blur on the side, and I thought his head hit something. I was like, oh, shit.
He went down, hit the chair, broke the armrest, hit the like railing at the front of the section, and then went down to the ground. So at least he had a lot of things to sort of dissipate the impact.
He popped right back up there. He's like, no, I'm good.
When you're flipping, it dissipates all the energy.
He flipped. He ate some shit, dude.
Probably the first dude to break an armrest in Daytona Rising.
Daytona Rising.
How many seats they got at Daytona? 100,000 seats, and this dude's the first one to pop an armrest. He definitely felt that the next day. I feel kind of bad for laughing, but also like it was a sight to behold, because we're just dude, that just happened. That guy just ate it.
Yeah, I'm an old man that's taken falls at racetracks. These things happen.
Dude, but not like that. Like not down 3 rows of seats off the handrail.
That could have been a fatality easily.
So, part 2 of this story. I'll try to be a bit more serious here. We get to Road America, and this is what, 6 months later?
Yeah.
5 months later, in July. And it's Thursday. Thursday's kind of like everyone's setting up their campsites. We all get there. We set up our tents or whatever.
Yeah. Already knows.
Oh, dude.
We set up our tents or whatever. And the first night they got racing at the dirt track down the street, which is really cool. That place was packed. And this is like, the sun's still up in the air. It's like probably Thursday like 7 p.m., like about dinner time.
It was like 4:35.
I'd say it was like 4, so yeah. 3
really? All right, my memory's not that good.
It was like late afternoon.
It was still like early. And oh my god,
I had just arrived. It was literally 50 minutes after I got there.
Yeah,
that is true.
Late afternoon.
We were still setting up your tent, Rusty, when this happened.
Yeah, we set up the coffin and we
the
coffin too early.
And these dudes, oh god, they got one of them, like one of those flatbed golf carts, and they stuck like 6 dudes on the back of it, and they were like clearly already like pretty drunk. They come bombing down this hill, like hooting, hollering, honking the horn, like woo, to all the campsites around
the
us.
Johnsonville Bridge.
They were on the path between the Cheese Bridge and the Johnsonville Bridge. It's a big downhill.
So there's a little like downhill, and then you go up and over the Johnsonville Bridge, like into the carousel area. And we're camping out, and I see these guys come ripping down this hill. I'm like, oh my god, these guys are already having a hell of a time. It's only Thursday. I look away because I'm helping Rusty with his tent. And I hear this crack. I look back over there, and one of the dudes fell off the golf cart at like full speed and slammed his head straight into the pavement. And it just goes silent. Like everyone looks over. They turn the golf cart around, and the dude is just laid out. Fucking Ed. Like it was one of those moments where it was like, I can't believe this happened again. We've seen someone else eat even more shit than the last guy we saw at a racetrack. Anyway, long story short, dude went to the hospital.
Well, it was we thought he was dead, like dead on sight.
Well, I didn't think he was dead, but
no, that was a dead body.
He's definitely screwed up.
No, and then he like gets up, and they're like trying to help him up, and he's like getting
half an hour
carried by people, and then he like goes over to the fence and immediately starts like projectile vomiting, because that's one of the symptoms of a severe concussion is nausea and vomiting and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be okay, but not anytime soon.
He fucked up more than just this weekend.
And we had to go get like ice and other things. Like we had to like do.
Dude, on the way out, we were just going to get ice at the store, and they rolled in like 5 ambulances, dude.
Yeah, it was a slow day in Elkhart Lake. Because
there's
there's like 3-4 ambulances, like a couple, like 5 squad cars. I think a fire and rescue showed up.
Yeah. So I think he'll be all right. But he also might not. Like
definitely fuck the weekend on a Thursday. Like we didn't even get to Sunday, man. Like,
yeah, you can't midday on a Thursday before any racing.
Didn't even make it to the dirt track happening.
No cars on the track. No cars. Period.
Didn't this guy leave a stain, according to a story I may have been told?
I don't think he.
Well, the next day we're going up over the Johnsonville Bridge, and like right in the general area where that guy went down at, there is a noticeable stain of greasy substance.
I don't think it was from him, but
I definitely think
the story. The legend goes that they
Feels like brand new asphalt on that road right there too.
Dude, they were moving like. They were flying down that hill, and it was so smooth, and then they went straight up, and then dude fell off, and bad.
We'll be seeing you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't even know, like, what does the rest of the party do? Do they like go to the hospital with him, or like still try and have a whole weekend, or does he just ruin it for everyone?
I have no idea.
Dude, those tickets are like $200 too.
You'd have to ask them.
Cody ate shit on Sunday, so I mean, if we had to send Cody to the hospital, what would we have done?
Cody did fall off his scooter on Sunday, but like a
responsible. Come on without me, I'll be all right.
He did it after all the racing happened, so don't ruin your weekend on Thursday.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I did my eating shit after the weekend was over.
Same with the dude at Daytona. He fell after the race, at least. You know, he still got the whole experience, and then he ate some. We gotta do the McDonald's update.
Oh my god!
We almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hold on, we gotta do the McDonald's update.
Isn't this gonna crash your computer again?
Well,
we're about to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Right here.
I'm gonna try.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna try and get this to work, but Caleb sent me 3 clips in 2 different resolutions. So hopefully this functions. I think we'll be all right.
We got to cut this down to 1.
Here at Caleb's McDonald's update, we work tirelessly to give you every angle inside of this godforsaken McDonald's. This week, I kind of had a late request, to get a new McDonald's. perspective, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So instead of showing you what it's like from the inside, I'm gonna show you what it's like from the outside. We're gonna just come through here and see how long this takes us. Right at the window. Pull our window down.
He's playing undercover boss.
Is he ordering from his own drive-through?
Yeah, he's playing undercover boss.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you?
Hi, can I just get a, I'll just take one regular cheeseburger and then a large Sprite with no ice, please.
Anything else?
Oh, ice.
No, that's it for me.
No ice.
$3.49.
Ice
Appreciate
just a bit.
Nah, he wants the maximum
Yeah, he wants that
value
McDonald's
for his
Sprite, man.
All right. So now
for
we
his
have
buck.
to come up on our first
Voltage
little
and
wait. It
wattage.
looks like
It charges phone with that.
long. I'm gonna buckle up for safety, obviously.
Is he still in the
My
Prius?
car's
Did he
wrecked,
crash this
don't
thing?
mind it.
Did, but I think it's still drivable.
I think we lost that. Oh,
This is incredible footage. I think Rusty's falling asleep.
I was gonna say, if he is sitting here uninterrupted waiting to get checked out, I gotta go.
Time skip
pee.
the line.
Okay, so I have
Really
bad
ripped.
flashbacks to my McDonald's where it takes 10 minutes to go from
McDonald's
here
on
to the
average
pay
today
window.
was about 200 seconds, and right now we're feeling all 200 of them.
Does he at least carjacked or something?
So you know, waits at McDonald's I feel like are kind of inevitable. I mean, everybody's kind of operating at peak strength most of the time, and you still have holdups. So I think the system's just kind of inefficient, is what I think. We'll put you up here.
Oh, he's still in uniform.
What's the boot?
Yo, he's got the food.
That's the air freshener, man.
Put in my code. So put in my code.
You flexing on him?
No, here. So go to takeout.
Do it. Didn't even say
He's telling him
please.
how to do it.
No, so modify.
Is this a different McDonald's than the one he works at?
Nah, he was talking that shit like he knows.
Right under the minor
Can I
orange
steal the
special
code?
functions, then promo.
Yeah, let us get the.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
hold on.
that's how to do it.
Press 6.
Hey yo, hey yo.
Enter. 06.
Hey, I think we all just got free McDonald's right there.
We just need the shirt. We need the green McDonald's shirt.
Is that easy? Free McDonald's.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
yo.
Dude.
What's up?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, no. Yeah. Little cheeseburger. What else is on there? What size? Oh, yeah, there you go. Have a good night.
What was that? Is he testing him?
My name. All right, so McDonald's has been ordered. We have a fair bit of traffic, so we'll unwrap this cheeseburger. Sorry. See what's.
Is he getting a car accident on video?
I hope so.
So got a cheeseburger. Pretty average.
Oh, that thing's looking kind of flat.
See if they.
Yeah,
if they assembled it correctly. Looks pretty good. A little sloppy, but it's all right. What are we expecting? It's like a cheeseburger. So, hey, that's it. I hope you all had fun this week on the Caleb McDonald's update. We'll be back next week with hopefully some crazy stories.
Hopefully not waiting for
The
a
other day,
burger.
I stayed 11 hours here at the old McDonald's, and I never wanted to see it ever again afterwards. But you know, these things happen. McDonald's manager Caleb Hoffman signing out. We'll see you. Enjoy the rest of the
He's a
show.
manager?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
He's on the All-American McDonald's team, man. They sent him to the big leagues.
Oh my god.
You didn't have that graphic up the entire time, by the way.
I
Yeah,
did, but not for you guys, just because I had to record it in a weird way.
Oh, okay.
But the people at home saw it. That was. Did you put on a McDonald's hat, Rusty?
Yeah.
I didn't see this take place.
I'm using the code, bro. I work there.
Press 6 and then 06. Get free McDonald's.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Listen, if you made it through 1 hour and 13 minutes of Shrimp Hours Presents,
Jesus.
that's the little nugget of wisdom that you get from Caleb's
I
McDonald's
get
update.
free McDonald's now.
That's it. Now you can get your own little flat cheeseburger and an iceless Sprite for free. Send us emails, shrimphourspresents@gmail.com. I'm starting to roll a theme song because it's getting late. We gotta make these not this long.
It's my last episode. I'm gonna die.
Oh, we gotta make a title. What the hell do we even call this nonsense?
This episode is too long. That's the title.
Shrimp Hours Presents. Don't watch the whole thing.
Nah, not long enough.
No, this is the last one we're making another one.
Free McDonald's.
All right.
Shrimp Hours Presents. Watch to the end to get McDonald's for free.
God, there you go. That's it.
No, but we gotta
free McDonald's. Free McDonald's.
Free McDonald's. Wait till
we gotta pump the watch time. Yeah.
Nah, it's free McDonald's at the end. There you go. Bam.
All right.
Shrimp Hours presents free McDonald's. Wait till the end. Gone sexual. Gone wild.
No, just free McDonald's. Cut it. That's the show.
Cut the show. I'm gonna go get a crown. Rusty's gonna
I'm
Good night, folks.
I'm gonna die at Michigan International Speedway next week. That is my last episode ever, right there.
No, this is all of our last episodes ever. It's not coming back.